Hey, Trashkin. Raf's coming to you from the editing bay again. So the way we're going to be handling the remainder of Remnant is when an episode's ready, I'll put it out. Uh, just the sheer amount of time sink hunting these last few items is frankly ridiculous. And there's a very real chance of burning myself out playing the game if I don't pace myself and being the kind of person I am. Um, I want to find the stuff. I want to do the thing, but if I keep pushing like I have been, I'm either going to pull that time from producing the Wild Hearts run or from the Control run or Silent Hill Book of Memories. In fact, I already have pulled a bit of time from producing Silent Hill Book of Memories. Um, I've put off recording that for a bit, and I can't keep that up. So the way we're going to do it is Silent Hill Book of Memories is going to take the slot of Remnant. It is going to be the priority record because I can get a lot of content out of that without a lot of item hunting and a lot of time shaving. And when the next episode of Remnant is ready, the next episode of Remnant is ready. It'll drop Thursday alongside an episode of Silent Hill Book of Memories. But to keep myself from breaking myself on the wheel of gameplay, I'm going to do that and give myself permission not to have one out every week. Because we've already finished the base game. At this point, I'm just item hunting for giggles. And I don't want to break myself on that wheel. I don't want to cost myself production time or start to hate the game. So Trashkin, that said, everything else is proceeding as normal. This one I derp around and got a little bit of bad info. And proceeded to hunt for Leto's amulet in the wrong manner entirely. To break that down, it will be recounted in the episode, but Leto's amulet can spawn in the sunken passage or the hidden passage, the dungeons that lead you to Shroud or I can never remember that dude's name. But the first two bosses in the campaign, those will do. It's best to reroll your campaign to get after them because those are the two bosses you'll face first. You're guaranteed one instance of either, as opposed to you have a 1 in free chance of pulling either, because there's 6 base dungeons on Earth for adventure mode. So your best chance is there, in theory. Alright, Trashkin, I'll hand you off to Game Goon. Enjoy. Ladies, gentlemen, esteemed non-binaries, Trashkin all, good evening and welcome to another session of Remnant here on Trash Tier Gaming. I'm, of course, your humble host, Raspa Trash Bear. And if this is your first one, you're gonna be a little confused, but we're on mopping up duty before the sequel here. That's not due out till September, and I've got a few odds and ends that I can definitely get done before then, and I'm gonna try to. So, what we have left, I believe, is Resume. We have pretty much a big chunk of Resume left. We've got a fair chunk of Corsus. And we need to re-roll the campaign to hand the Guardian Heart on over to the Undying King. So with that said, I'm going to get it rolling. I will, of course, pop back in when something interesting happens or we make some progresso. But until then, I'll see you in a moment. Just to lay things out while I organize my thoughts on this fresh run. Last time we got some new items, but no fresh bosses, all repeats for Resume. Which is a little disappointing, but hey, you'll have a bit of that. Maybe we get lucky this time. We only had one new non-boss dungeon. Hopefully we get another new event. But, you know, the RNG giveth, the RNG taketh away. Oh, there's a big one. Come on. I am having a good day for environmental awareness.
Oh, it's over.
Man, I barely made it to the next section. Alright, Trashkin. Oh. That's just a random tome of knowledge hanging out there in the middle of the woods. Alright, Trashkin, I'll tune you back in when I find something worth mentioning. Alright, first instance roll of this adventure mode is... don't tell me it's the Jackal Isle again. I do like the music here, but yeah, it's the Wild Reach. I think unfortunately we pulled double of the Jackal. Back in a bit. Alright, second section in Pay Dirt. Finally, Trashkin. The Driftstone. That's one less thing to find. Let's see what Lord's got for us. Driftstone. Doubles Frostbite application. Every 5 seasons, the clans send their best warriors to hunt in Magir's shadow. Those who brave the cold survive, but those who yoke themselves to it will conquer. Ah, fascinating. Well, back to it, Trashkin. Well, Trashkin, bad luck on the next random instance. It's Watcher's Hollow again, so unfortunately, no new non-boss dungeon for us. Well, Alonzi. Alright, so far we've struck out with everything but the Driftstone. Hopefully we get something fresh this time. This should be a boss dungeon. Should be a fight. And it is. Please, something different, game. Please, I'm not begging if I could really use the content. Crimson Hold. Well, that's bad luck travel around, Trashkin. Well, I'll do it. See you in a bit, Trashkin. Well, we struck out on that roll, so time to roll anew, and time to do a little roll earth hunting. Maybe we'll get lucky and finally find the 5-fingered ring, but who knows. I'm hoping to finish that up so I can get back to hunting Corsus. Or maybe do a little hunting in the main campaign and speed run the second half here. Alright. Alright, we'll dive straight into the earth scene, and I'll let you know if anything interesting happens this run of Rural Earth, Trashkin. Well, Trashkin, would you look at that? Gorgeous sky. Probably gonna be the episode cover right there. Just thought I'd let you know. Been rushing by so often I've failed to take note of that skyline, which is some good work. Gotta take a little time to appreciate the small things. Trying times to time, Trashkin, or they just slide by like the sun through the slats of a Venetian blind. I had something profound in mind, and then it just slipped away. Go figure, Trashkin. Alright, Alonzi, Trashkin. Well, alas, nothing new this time, just a copy of the Backbreaker ring, though I did notice this silage house here. Which is a little different. Haven't really seen one of those run, despite some time in Wisconsin. Mostly what I see is hay rings there, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Well, back to it, Trashkin. What do you know, Trashkin? I think we got a repeat of the crescendo event here. Well, I'm gonna hit that checkpoint and I'm gonna get after it. Well, bad news, Trashkin. Despite our best efforts, we again have come up with only scrap. Well, scrap and trace anyway. Trace are good. Not really doing much for us right now, I do suppose, but you can make yourselves that much harder to kill. Have I maxed out Spirit? Yeah, I maxed out Spirit. Good. Mod power generation is important. I'll take some triage. Why not? Spread around a little. Well, hate to say it, but looks like I'm re-rolling this one too. Oh, I wonder if there's anything down the road or if that's just an immediate roadblock. Oh, that's nearly an immediate roadblock. Okay. Alright, I'll have to remember that for other trips. A tiny bit extra scrap may add up over time, though don't really have anything to use it for. Well, see you on the next reroll, Trashkin. Alright, Trashkin. I'm hoping... don't take it. It sees. I think I'm in the right place. Hidden Sanctum. Well, I think... I'm supposed to be in the sunken passage, but... if not, no big deal. Can always reroll. Back in a bit, Trashkin. Well, I hate to say it, Trashkin, but it looks like, after all that fiddling, like I struck out again. Oh well, I guess I'm just gonna have to reroll again. Gonna be a lot of that this session. Hate to say it, but I'm sucking at the dregs of what's left of this game. That's a lot of trying to convince the RNG to give up the goods. That's a lot of work, as it turns out. Nobody made me do this. I chose to, and that makes it sting just a little. Alright, Trashkin, back when there's something to report. Well, Trashkin, I hate to be the one to say it, but it looks like this instance of the Sucking Passage is another bust. Well, nothing to it, except to keep rolling. Since after all, it's only a matter of time until the RG gives up what I'm after. Alright, Trashkin. More to report as it happens. It occurs to me you might be asking, Rasp, why are you re-rolling the campaign instead of rolling adventure mode? Well, you can get the Sunken Passage in adventure mode. It's competing with the depot, the other boss dungeons. In campaign, there are only two possibilities: the Hidden Passage and the Sunken. And them's are 50-50 is a much better shot than the full spread. So in that way, I'm narrowing our possibilities a bit. Of course, everything else remains the same. The baddies are the same level regardless. Same strength, same rewards. But the more you secret hunt, the more you're trying to get a specific instance, the longer you're doing it, the more you tend to, I'm noticing, start shaving back on exploration, on picking up items, noting what's going on. You start to chip away at down to what's absolutely necessary. It's not the funnest thing to do, and I wouldn't recommend playing that way from the jump. It's not a lot of fun. For instance, I've shaved down about 5 hours of play to get about 12 minutes of footage. Not I'm complaining. I'm the one that decided to go after every item in base game, excluding the survival mode items. Again, nobody made me do this. I decided to. I'm a fool, Trashkin. Learn from my example. I'm sure there are other players out there that happily go after every item as a to-do and do it well, but after 40 plus hours of recorded footage, and Glob only knows how much time I've spent in this game to date, because Epic doesn't keep track of that, and it was on sale in Epic one weekend. Who knows how much time I've spent in here. Alright, let's see if we get lucky. No luck. Alright, next roll. Well, another 2 strikeouts, Trashkin. And a third possible. Let's see if we get lucky. Well, Trashkin, I gotta say, this looks a bit different than I remember. Maybe we'll get lucky. Who knows? But I don't remember that conjunction before. It's a little more like the Briarheart to me. Well, here's hoping.
Stay down!
Ah, yes. Doubles. Well, that's not a great sign, but hey. I'll take what I can get. Nope.
How's that? Bastard.
Alright. Well. Definitely not what I'm after, but it's progress. Whoop. Traits is good. I just really rather have the other. Yeah, this looks real funky compared to my usual roll of this section. Usually I get proper sewers, not half caved in ones. I always get nervous around here. Usually there's a hunter or two. Seems like the way through, so I guess I'll be double backing.
How's that? You bastard.
Well, no messages on the wall for us here. Given that I haven't made much progresso, that this run isn't about progresso, I thought I'd at least share that interesting variation that I found. Hunter? Oh, nope. Bombardier. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out those arrows can be shot and stun them. Well, that was a nice, neat, orderly line that worked to my advantage.
Shit!
Well, maybe. Don't think it's likely, but maybe. Well, with that, unfortunately, we have struck out again. Hate to say it, but no love this time. Well, what can you do, Trashkin? It was at least an interesting variation. But I imagine by the end of this, I'm not going to want to see this dungeon again for a very long time. Alright. Onward. Alright, Trashkin, another instance of the second passage, another chance at redemption. Here we go. Well, Trashkin, I don't know what to make of this, because there I was, going about my business, rifling through for sundry goods, and, come around the bend, and there's a Briarheart in the sunken passage. I love it. I have no idea this was a thing. Lord of the Cesspool, huh?
Damn it!
Huh. Well, that's an instance I have, quite frankly, quite simply, quite plainly, never seen before. It's nice to see something new in the sunken passage, certainly, but I quite simply, plainly, frankly, have no idea what the point of that is, other than a variance. Well, that's the weirdest thing I've found in here so far. By a long shot? I guess that's a rare one. If it happens, make sure you're up to snuff, Trashkin. That's a good bit of XP up front.
No!
Ah, frenzy dust. That's nice. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Come on!
See, a lot of these big boys, the hunter, the gatling, the swords, are quite vulnerable to flanking tactics, which makes them a bit of a pain in the butt if you're soloing it. As you can see and have seen, that you can get around them, but sometimes it's a gamble. Oh, well, you know, I managed to take one out without alerting the rest. The Lord of the Cesspool is fascinating. My brain's gonna be stuck on that one for a while, Trashkin. Mostly I'm just grateful for something to break up the monotony. This down to single instance hunting is, whew, it's dull. I am grateful. I've been working my way through a copy of, The New World of Zorro, the 1990s series, which, yeah, that series holds up okay. Just, put it on the background between, interesting things. Which, I'm probably letting this segment run a hair long, but...
Who's next?
when you're hunting for the last dregs, things are bound to run a bit long. Alright, Trashkin. Well, I'm gonna put Zoro back on. And, hopefully tune back in when I finally manage to find this dang amulet. Well, Trashkin, I hate to say it, but here I am again, empty-handed. Time to reroll. See you in a minute. You know, I should be on mission. But my brain skipped a beat remembering there was a point in history where doctors did recommend cigarettes. This may come as a shock, Trashkin, but corporations have, for a very, very long time, spent an awful lot of money to make themselves look good. I tend to forget just how long that's been going on. Anyway, back to the task at... Oh boy. Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this guy in real quick. Yeah. I would find the one fight waiting for me around the bend, wouldn't I?
Bleeding.
Seriously? Andis? Well... Come down here and kill me yourself, you coward. Oh, you got lucky, dude.
It's over.
Fortunately, I have enough spare items on me to keep an army fit. Alright. Back to it, Trashkin. Alright, Trashkin. It looks like we pulled another instance. Another chance at redemption. Ah, don't see it, Tay. Don't take it, it sees. Ah! Struck out again. Alright, back to it, Trashkin. Alright, Trashkin. Another instance, another bite at the apple. Here we go. Well, Trashkin, unfortunately I again find myself at the end. And alas, no richer for it apart from scrap. Well, nothing to do but to do it again. Well, Trashkin, I got bored. I hopped into the co-op and decided to see what the haps were. And finally, something different. These two are pretty competent, I must say. They are still mostly running around to loot everything not nailed down, but having done that an awful lot myself, I really don't have room to critique. Oh boy. A little bit of a grinder. Ah, there's a good old beam rifle. As a rule of thumb, you stick with the bus. But Wuthering Keep means new boss time. At long last. Like, I don't know what it is, but I seem to only roll Jackal. Well, he seems to have hung out with some geometry. Here's hoping. Ah! And the team with the save. Nice.
Running low! Big guy, incoming! Watch my back!
Well, nobody's dropped yet. That's a good sign. Oh.
Time for a top-off!
Must be near the end here.
Reloading!
Up, out.
Won't fit. Hey, cover me!
But they don't want to give up the sidearm ammo this time. Oh, what can you do? Ooh, it's going smooth. Oh, let's see where we wind up, Trashkin. This is a solid group. I have every confidence in us. Oh, there we are. As always, hit the checkpoint. Touch the crystals to recharge your ammo. And top off the sundered cord. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Oh. Okay. Occasionally you get folks close a session at this point. I'm betting they just had a swap of mods there and wanted the mod power, but who knows? Coordinated entry. Oh, this might be a tall order, Trashkin. Is he blind? Oh boy. Oh brother. Oh. We down. Dead, no bleed out. Well, this is gonna be a rough one, Trashkin. Okay, this might be the old inner ring, outer ring dance. Something I'm more familiar with in WoW than here. Come on. Let me in. There we go.
Here they come!
Oh, I can damage the fossil. Up, oh. I'll just bleed out here a while. Gonna be a while. Gonna be a while. There's some busy folk. They got rats to manage. They got DPS to do. Just gonna sit here and think about what I did poorly. You know, bleed out timer is actually fairly generous if you're not taking constant damage from AoEs. Yeah, it's definitely not very generous otherwise.
Cover me!
Well, they worked their way around. They tried. They tried.
Oh, it's over.
Hey! What do you know? Well, sometimes teamwork is keeping one of you alive. Sometimes it's eating a res. Sometimes it's watching other people finish what you couldn't. The watch function is a little janky. As you can see, it stutters a wee bit. Oh. Well, that's one boss we didn't fight before down, I guess. And the janitor's watch, which, you know, that's a good find. Basically I burnt out trying to find Leto's amulet and had to do anything else, Trashkin. So, because I was getting obscenely bored, I started recording co-ops, and this was the first one that had anything significant happen. The rest was me mostly just hopping into groups. Well, I suppose I should pause the recording while I wait to be revived. Though, while I have the janitor's watch, just in case it drops out. An old watch that appears to no longer work, old as hell and covered in droplets of blood, this watch has seen better. Alright, I'm gonna record because I have a distinct sensation that we might be able to fork over the watch here. Oh, well, this isn't useful, right?
He was
There we
always
are.
kind to me. I'm sorry. I'm not going back to Earth.
Ah, Amber Moonstone's ours now.
Just here.
Alright, Trashkin. I'm gonna give these two a hand with the end of the campaign and get back to you. I was expecting a little more handing over the watch, but...
Stop!
So, before I forget, a thank you to Mix Magico and Casper93 for letting me take along. I wanted to do that while their names are in front of me, and before I forgot. Now, excuse me, I have an in-boss to punch in the face. Alright, Trashkin, things with Magico and Casper went smooth. They popped the boss, and... I got downed early in the hostilities, but not outed. While I was waiting for Rez, they took care of business real speedy McQuick. I got a few saves myself in. It's a good time. Let's see what that Amber Moonstone tells us. Ah, there we are. When the wearer's health drops below 25%, they gain 25 damage reduction and immunity to status effects. That's handy if you're doing those thin ice pirouettes. The creator of this ring believed in the healing power of art and its ability to rescue us from even the darkest places. That's a lovely sentiment. Certainly less grim than we usually get. As you can see, well, I didn't come up with Leto's amulet. It did do quite a bit of favor for me in terms of trait points. Let's see. I should probably crank out Flashcast. Footwork and swiftness are probably good ideas to crank up as I go. But at this point, I can pretty much color outside of the lines as I care. Alright, Trashkin, back when there's more to report. So, Trashkin, after doing a little bit of reading, I found out that the guide I found was in fact half mistaken. They named it as Always the Sunken Passage, where you can find Leto's Amulet. As it turns out, it is the Sunken Passage and the Hidden Passage that can spawn it, but it's a rather rare spawn. Now, rerolling a campaign gives you a guaranteed shot at it, but having spent 3 hours hunting for just that, I'm going to warn you right now, going after Leto's Amulet is going to take you a while unless you're very, very lucky or you know to look from the jump. So if you see only the penitent man can pass in a dead end, crouch, walk towards it. It's a great boon in the early game. Especially if you use medium or heavy armor. Unless you fast roll in medium. But I'm gonna roll some resrum and hopefully I get lucky, Trashkin, because it's been a rough session. Okay, Trashkin, I gotta lay this one out because this is ridiculous. I've rolled like 5 different resrum adventure modes, and every single time I pulled the Wild Reach. I don't know if maybe the Wild Reach is supposed to be the most common, but it seems like with the number of bosses here for dungeons, I should have pulled something else by now, but I'm going to keep going in hopes the non-boss dungeon is something different this time, Trashkin. Alright, see you in a bit. Well, Trashkin, we got something new this time. Something of interest. Oh.
Greetings, Wanderer. We wondered when you would arrive.
How did you know when I was
I
coming?
may only be Emin, but I am Kroll, gifted with sight. I am also Mother, gifted with many hungry mouths. I have seen you in strange places, Wanderer, fighting creatures of nightmares. We have much to offer you on your journey. Good fortune, perhaps. A curse on your enemies. Or maybe you wish to spurn death itself. In all things we can help. For a healthy price, of course.
Let's see the wares. Oh, I will take all that prismatic. So, as it turns out, there is at least one wholesome ratto. Well, I'm glad to have finally met the Crawl Mother. I heard mention. That's right. We don't need frenzied us. Oh, but that scavenger's ring. That will give us a little more lore. Well, you rest up, Crawl Mother. You got a lot of limbs.
Can't you all sleep at the same time?
Okay. It's good. Apparently there's another side bit where you can rescue one of the Crawl Mother's childrens. I don't know if that'll pop up this time, but I'm glad to finally have a tiny sliver of Progresso. All right. All right, Scavenger's Band. Did I ever get? Yeah, I finally got the Hunter's Band. That was what I was supposed to be wearing when I was fighting the nightmare. I completely left brain that. Scavenger's Ring. improves the collecting of scrap iron, ammo, and let's see, pickups regenerate 3% of max health and increase range and melee damage by 10% for 30 seconds. Mostly useful against bosses. That the Great Hijal sometimes find this in deep expeditions. They call it the Mother of Metal, for its children come when it calls. Huh. That's a fascinating bit. Well, back to it, Trashkin. Boy howdy, am I glad I didn't just dejectedly re-roll this world. Well, we're back in the totem cave. That's not new. But as it turns out, there is a reward for Ignatius Dirge, alerting all the totems and destroying them. So, let's see if we can make that happen. So, obviously I can't take out the totems until I trip them. So this is the reverse of the last run. There's one.
Come on.
There's another. There's another. Another yet.
Who's next?
Right, one totem left. Oh, nope, I didn't see purple glowy totem. I saw purple glowy item. Bloodletter's insignia. Well, it's a double, but hey, I'm here. I may as well take it. I certainly didn't suffer all this to come out empty-handed. Maybe over here? Yeah, over here. Alright, and... bingo! Volatile detonator. Well, that's one less item to pick up. Finally, some progress. Volatile. Vulcan's detonator, I stand corrected. Increases explosion damage by 25%. Explosions apply burning. Perfect for those of you that commit hard to the explosive shot, aka the grenade launcher. Vulcan, sometimes spelled with a K, was an eminent alchemist long before Maguire was born. His talent with the white soil was legendary. His talent is also what ended him. White soil. Oh, nitric acid. Or, niter. Very unstable stuff. Part of the initial mix for gunpowder. I'm betting. Alright, Trashkin. Well, I've got a little bit of looting to do. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, so while I was doing some reading about the Crawl Mother and such, over on the Ancient Scrolls of Extra Life, where lore and knowledge flow freely without interruption, I discovered that there is a good thing about the Wild Reach constantly spawning in my play. That's one of the places, along with Wuthering Keep, that the Crawl Baby might spawn. So I'm gonna head on back and make for certain that they didn't spawn this time. All right, Trashkin, see you. I mean, go figure, Trashkin. I would be complaining about constantly pulling the Wild Reach. Incidentally, just because the Crawl Mother spawns does not mean the Crawl Baby spawns. It's a toss-up. It's a lot like the Control Rod and the Ancient Construct next to Wood Shop. A couple of things gotta happen at once, but given that I might have missed it rushing through, I'm gonna go ahead and peek back in. Well, Trashkin, I'm sad to report, no baby crawl this time. Apparently his calls and cries are a great deal like his siblings, and that can clue you in. Tends to spawn on ground level and be part of a loaded sledge. Not like those sledges, like a wider one, like a Wagon's wide one. So, no luck this time, Trashkin, but we'll keep at it. Oh, I'll be Trashkin. I managed to find the first note to date. 3 months, 32 days, a stroke of luck. Holy of days, on Magir's 7th birth call, Magir left the glen, cursing the gods in Imin and frigid winds that drove off prey, and starved Magir's community of outcasts. 7 days he braved the tundra, and 7 days too does Sildur trudge in search of all Uriki's birthplace. Sildur finds no glen, but something better, a crawl who knows of Scar's Fang and Frostborn. Magir guides me here and moves me onward. How fascinating. A little bit of background, finally. Well, Trashkin, back to it. So I found a slightly different set piece, but it got scrubbed in the edit. But I know where it is, so about to grab it. I found this big old monolith-looking dance number. Don't know if it's the Emin's work, but it was interesting. So I thought I'd throw that in at the very least, Trashkin. Well, Alonzi. Well, Trashkin, my second use of Wuthering Keep and another bite at the Crawl Baby. Let's find out whether or not I get lucky. Well, alas and alack, Trashkin. No dice this time either. Well, Alonzi. You know, we may as well get me dealing with Echo and some dice. I'm just gonna take the fight straight to him. Oh, well, taking the fight straight to Eco is bad plan. Okay, but standing off and letting the ice dictate the fight's also a bad plan. Well, Trashkin, we're gonna see how I do on my onesies here. There we go. Turns out taking out the Contra Ice is a great plan. Oh. Okay, good plan. Follow up. Hang on to the turrets for the rat wave swarm. Burn the ice, stick close, have a way through. Got it. Are those burning stacks going? Oh, there is in fact a little thunder cloud making its way around. Several of them. Okay, so it's a timing thing. There we go. Helps if you can take some hits. At the midway point from our last game, I found this fascinating little holdout. A visitor came. No visitor ever comes. Few even know of this holy site, and none of them know of the axe or Vargil's bones, but she knew many things. Her name was Sildar. She seeks to be Hakun, yet she is mere Mudun. Nothing, nobody. How could she have come so close to the truth? Thankfully, she seems unaware of this one's collections or the true location of Frostborn. She follows a path, nothing more. This one gave her an old midwife's tale. She walks, she weeps, ever searching for unity, ever awaiting the chosen one. Long have the midwives believed Rala haunts the Wind Ring, and many believe she holds the resting place of Scarfang and Frostborn. Even this one believed the stories once, though it led to nothing. Let Sildar follow the path. Let this one hide better. Fascinating. Long has this one sought Megir's sword and axe, Frostborn. I have found. This one knows not how it came to pass, but Frostborn lay among the bones of Vargil, slain by Megir. Both bones and axe are safe now. If Frostborn has power, this one has been unable to tap it. Perhaps power lies in both weapons together? Who knows? But power is kept. Power is not the goal. This one seeks to find the holy relics and keep them safe. So this one has meditated long here, at the site where Megir slew the giant, where the giant's bones still lay. Scarfang will reveal itself soon enough. This one has seen. This one knows. Well, I know a hint when I hear one. Ah. Hidden, you say? Well... Aha! Can't dissuade me with one treasure room. Of course, if you haven't already... Aha! Feel free to help yourself to the snacks table, the drinks table, and of course you'll find the chairs under the drinks table. I'm kidding, they're under the snacks table. Ah, the bones. Frostborn. One fewer item to glean. Let's check out the lore. A crystal axe, excellent for supplying a constant flurry of alternating attacks with a chilling chest. Charge attacks hit multiple times and deal considerable damage. They say she was forged in the heart of this world, a heart colder than anyone can know. Well, that's lovely. So there's supposed to be a sword floating around out there somewhere. I wonder if that's a thing. That's just, you know, lore that'll prop up in Remnant 2 when we come back here. They haven't mentioned it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we wind up back on Residual, seeing what the Immin got up to. Seems to be a caste system to this. Though I haven't quite made heads or tails of it yet. But yeah, if you're lucky enough to find the note, the only note I've found so far from before, over in this section with the bridge and the wee hovel here next to the checkpoint, explore carefully. You could miss this one quite easily. There's no obvious callouts here, just a bridge. So yeah, you could just spring right by a perfectly good axe. Alright, Trashkin. Plenty more to get after. Alon Z, after all. That'll do. I at least wanted to get one boss fight in. I think that's more than enough footage for an episode. So Trashkin, for now, we're gonna call it. We got some good work in. I didn't get everything I wanted, but hey, that's what happens when you're at the gnarled ends of treasure hunting. So, until next time on Trash Tier Gaming, I've been your humble host, Rasta Trash Bear. As per always, likes, comments, and subscriptions help us keep the trash fire going long into the evening. You don't have to depart now, but if you must, thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching. And until next time, take care of yourselves, good night, and I'll see you in the next one.